whistles increasing pressure against Kiev.
But first, just into our newsroom in the past hour, we are learning masks are going away at Richmond County Schools. Students and staff, they can now choose whether or not to wear a mask at school starting Tuesday. However, masks will still be required on school buses. That's as the district reports just 3 positive cases among students across the entire county. 3 cases, 1 employee testing positive. Meanwhile, in Columbia County, 2 students test positive, and they don't have any cases right now among employees. The CDC also relaxing COVID guidance, saying most people don't have to wear masks as long as hospitalizations in their community remain low. So some good news on the COVID front this Friday.
It is good to hear. Right now, let's head outside and take a live look out there. Downtown looking partly cloudy, but kind of... Here at home, gunfire turning into a car crash in Beach Island. The Aitkin County Sheriff's Office tells us shots were fired at someone driving down the road this afternoon. One driver ends up crashing, and they believe 2 other cars sped away from that scene. But this is where it happened, off Beach Island Avenue. The Sheriff's Office says those shots were fired at the car that crashed. The driver was not hit by a bullet. Instead, they were seriously injured in the crash and taken to a hospital for treatment. The Sheriff's Office believes one of the cars that left the scene was white, the other was red. They say it's too early in this investigation to say if this is a case of road rage or maybe a targeted attack. But if you know anything, call the number right there on your screen. A fatal car crash shuts down Huber Clay Road in Aitkin County early this morning near Lee Drive. The victim, identified as 31-year-old Summer Booth from Graniteville. South Carolina Highway Patrol says she swerved to the right, hit a utility pole there, and this all happening just after midnight, right around 12:15 in the morning, with the road remaining closed throughout much of the morning. It is Administrator break. And as we head for the break, a reminder, the Columbia County Sheriff's Office asking for your help figuring out who took this car hauling trailer from the front yard of a home on Wellington Drive. In these pictures, you can see a couple of suspects driving a Chevy pickup truck, backing up to the trailer and taking it away. If you can help solve the crime, call the number right there on your screen.
Would you say
70s by Wednesday?
Hey, I'm not complaining. My sinuses might be, but I'm not. A shooting turns car wreck, flipping a car and sending the driver to the hospital. The investigation continues. We've got details just ahead on News 12, first at 5. Come on in to Davis Appliance and Furniture, where you can find the best deals in town. It's tax time, so when that refund comes in, it's the perfect time to get the appliances you've always wanted. For the brands you trust at the lowest prices, visit us at Davis Appliance and Furniture.
I'm Mike Costello.
Come on in to Davis Appliance and Furniture, where you can find the best deals in town. It's tax time, so when that refund comes in, it's the perfect time to get the furniture you've always wanted. For the brands you trust at the lowest prices, visit us at Davis Appliance and Furniture.
Closed captioning for News 12 is brought to you by Kenneth Nugent. From the station that's on your side, News 12, first at 5, continues.
The capital city under cyber fights. But first up, gunfire leading to a car crash in Beach Island. The Aitkin County Sheriff's Office tells us someone fired shots at a person driving down the road there this afternoon.
One driver ended up crashing. They think 2 other cars fled the scene. Now, this is where it all happened. Take a look at this map off of Beach Island Avenue. The Sheriff's Office says those shots were fired at the car that crashed. The driver of that car did not get hit. Instead, they were injured in the wreck.
Celeste Springer joins us live from that scene. And Celeste, there's still so many questions about all this, but what have you been able to find out this afternoon?
Richard, there's a ton that we still need to find some answers to, but I can say deputies were hard at work today. They were working this road, walking up and down, trying to find any evidence. They also were trying to figure out how big the crime scene is, and it ended up being pretty big. They cut off the road or closed the road way down there, way past that curve there. And they were also out asking neighbors if they have security cameras that may have captured something. At this time, the Sheriff's Office believes one of the cars that fled was white and the other was red. They tell me it's too early in their investigation to say if this was road rage or a targeted attack. But neighbors tell me it's not uncommon to hear gunshots here, but not in the way you think. A lot of times people nearby are having target practice. But I'm walking outside, neighbors knew this wasn't just some shooting practice.
What is first for our interim administrator, I'm not sure. But what I do know is that she is well aware of the issues facing Augusta. She is well aware of the projects that have been opened, and she's ready to jump in day one.
And if you guys have any information about this incident or this shooting, you're urged to call the number. It should be on your screen right now, but I'm going to go ahead and read it for you. It's 803-648-6811.
Hopefully someone did see something. Celeste, thank you for that live update.
Yeah, we do apologize for that. That was the wrong interview we played there. Checking a look now at the necessities to U.S. service members.
The Richmond County Sheriff's Office asking for your help finding this missing 11-year-old. They say Jamani Barker was last seen on Washington Road near Boy Scout Road wearing a gray Champion brand hoodie and black and gray shorts. If you have any information, call the Richmond County Sheriff's Office at the number there on the screen. It's been a month now that the family of Alexis Ware has been without their daughter, and this weekend they're going to be in a number of areas locally searching for her. She went missing near Anderson, South Carolina, but her car actually found closer to Augusta in McCormick, so searchers will be there this Sunday at 1 o'clock. Coming up here on News 12 at 6 o'clock, how you can get involved helping with those efforts.
A pilot is in critical condition tonight, and today we're hearing from witnesses after a small plane crash in the Orangeburg County area yesterday. One of the hangar owners at the Holly Hill Airport said he was pre-flighting his plane when he heard another plane departing. He says he saw the plane collide with his hangar and then crash into some trees. He called 911 and the engine was still running, so he pulled the spark plug wires out to prevent a fire.
Distressed about the incident, but I am grateful that I was here because the man would have been back there by himself for who knows how long. He may not have made it. So it was fortuitous that I happened to be here when the accident happened. And most airports are unmanned.
Yeah, including that airport. He says he's been flying out of the Holly Hill Airport for 11 years, and he has never seen something like this. But again, usually no one is there. So the fact that he was, kind of right place, right time.
A close call there. To sports now and a history-making night for the Gamecocks. We're going to hear from them. Welcome back. Big race weekend. The Augusta Half Marathon coming up tomorrow. So all these roads are going to be shut down for those runners. You may want to avoid this area. The race will go throughout downtown on Broad Street, all around Augusta University, and then over by Lake Olmsted. The marathon will start on Riddle Street, ending at the Augusta Commons. So just a huge area. Everything starts at 6 in the morning. It ends just after 10:30.
And usually they like things a little cool, Riley. I don't know if cool is going to be exactly the word for this. I mean, things have been unusually warm here.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is good running weather. Richard, you probably would know this better than I would.
That's a comfort zone right there.
Well,
Okay,
luckily we
then
do
that's
have
good.
changes. We do have changes in the forecast for the weekend. So we have been very warm.
We have been seeing some record-breaking temperatures already, and it's starting to feel like springtime.
Even look like it. Some of my azaleas are blooming. So where do we fall when it comes to planting spring gardens? First Alert meteorologist Anthony Carpino joins us with your gardening forecast.
Well, hey there, guys. Yeah, so especially after these warm temperatures that we've seen over the last several days. Of course, yesterday we had the all-time high temperature for the month of February. Those temperatures might make us feel like we should be planting things in our flowers in our backyards. Might be starting to bloom, but it is not the best time to actually start planting. We might have great conditions, green across the board, but not the best as far as that forecast goes. We still have that potential for frost, and really on average we don't see the last frost here in Augusta until March 30th, so we still have about a month left before we can really give that green light. Aitkin, you're about into the beginning of April. You go into Bamberg about March 21st. Now, when we compare that to last year, it actually came a lot later here in Augusta. For 2021, and April 3rd is the last frost, and most of the time, if we go back over the last 6 years, you can see really the last frost is going to be in the end of March, so give it about another month or so before you can start planting your garden, guys.
Will do. Try to be patient there, Anthony. Thanks. The threat of losing the internet, a very real concern, whether that's by computer bug or even an act of war.
Yeah, we're not talking about your signal going out in your house. I mean, this is the internet going dark. The Department of Homeland Security has already warned businesses to watch for anything suspicious with their computer systems.
Jamie Tucker takes a closer look at both the computer bug and the possibility of a cyber world war that could take down the internet as we know it.
The year 2038 problem is 16 years in the future, but the threat can already be seen. Take out your smartphone, open settings, and try to change the date on the calendar to the year 2038. You can't, because a math glitch prevents many computers to see past 2037. The countdown is on, and the counter hits zero January 19th, 2038 at 3:14 in the morning, at which time computers will reset their clocks to December 1901.
If we don't fix it, we run the risk of undefined problems. So systems will fail in ways that we don't fully understand.
Mikko Hupanen is the preeminent expert on global cybersecurity. He told me the 2038 problem could affect more computer systems than the threat of Y2K, but computer programmers have been working on a solution for over a decade.
Many of the fixes that need to be done have already been done. But since some of the problems are already showcasing themselves, this is something we have to take seriously. Sort of like we took the Y2K problem seriously before year 2000.
A more immediate threat to U.S. cyberspace is Russia's digital army. Is there a potential for a cyber Pearl Harbor?
The most useful thing an attacker can do over the internet is typically not to shut down the internet or shut down or destroy systems. And in most cases, it's much better for the attacker to use connectivity for spying or intelligence gathering than to just shut down the systems.
There are the types of cyber terrorism, and the Department of Homeland Security is urging Americans to be aware that Russia may use cyber terrorism to spread misinformation and disinformation over social media. That's What the Tech. I'm Jamie Tucker.
Good words of warning there about a number of topics. Hoping our best cyber people are all over both of those situations.
Yes, and we are lucky here in the river region because
we're surrounded.
We are surrounded by them.
We are.
Local organizers are getting ready to kick off an 8-month-long celebration on the history of voting rights. It's all inspired by a Smithsonian.
My career is focused on helping the injured because I can relate to that. I don't just sympathize. I know how all it takes is a single second to change your entire life. Being an attorney isn't just a job for me. It's who I am. My name is Fatima Zaidan, and I'm an attorney at the Aitkin law firm. I get it. I've been there, and I'm dedicated to fighting for you.
Rain likely on Sunday.
Riley, thanks. It's been nearly a month since the mother of two was last seen at a South Carolina gas station. The search for Alexis Ware happening in our area over the weekend. How you can join these efforts when Laura Warren joins me here for News 12 at 6 o'clock. We'll see you after a short break. So, new details after someone plus a week of record-breaking high temperatures, but we're cooling off for the weekend. First Alert Chief Meteorologist Riley Hale with your forecast. Straight ahead. First up, though, new details after someone fires gunshots at a car in Beach Island.
Right now, the Aitkin County Sheriff's Office says they're still working to identify those suspects, but we do know one person was sent to the hospital after a crash that deputies say might have stemmed from gunfire between two cars. We have News 12 Celeste Springer live now from the scene on Beach Island Avenue, right near Lanier Road. So, what do we know so far about all this, Celeste?
Well, Laura, details are still so slim right now, but we do know that the Aitkin County Sheriff's Office believes 2 cars fled from the scene here. They were out all day long scraping for evidence, or rather looking for evidence along the road here. And meanwhile, neighbors were out trying to put some pieces together themselves too. The quiet road of Beach Island Avenue turned into a crime scene.
All of a sudden I heard gunshots. I turned to my right and I could hear rapid fire.
We're told gunshots frequently ring out here, but not for the reasons you're probably thinking. Neighbors say people in the area sometimes have a few rounds of target practice, but when they heard what was happening outside, they knew something was wrong.
Because of the number of shots. Normally when you're target practicing, it's 1 shot, 2 shots, a delay, another shot. But when it's bam, 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 that's not a good thing.
The Aitkin County Sheriff's Office says they can't say right now if this was road rage or a targeted attack, but they believe the car that wrecked was the one being shot at.
I hope they catch who it is, and I hope they put them away for a long, long time.
Deputies combed the area for evidence, later going door to door asking neighbors if they have security cameras, hopeful someone captured something on video. Police believe not just one car left the scene, but 2. Meanwhile, some of those who live here hope others can stay safe out there.
Things are getting hard, and they better learn to protect themselves. Males, females, whatever. You better learn to be able to have some way to protect yourself.
And if you have any details about this incident, you're urged to call the Aitkin County Sheriff's Office. That number should be on your screen. It's 803-648-6811.
A lot of questions about a serious situation. Celeste, thanks for the live update there from Beach Island.
In Richmond, county deputies are looking tonight for this missing 11-year-old. Jamani Barker was last seen last night around 9 o'clock on Center West Parkway. We're told she was wearing a Champion brand hoodie and black and gray shorts, and she knows the Napa Drive and Arborside Drive areas. We're working to learn more about her disappearance and what led up to it. If you have information to help deputies find her, call deputies at 706-821-1080.
To weather now, and a weekend looming ahead.
A heads up for parents in Richmond County. We were just learning the school district plans to drop its mask mandate next week. Starting Tuesday, March the 1st, the county says masks will be optional in classrooms, though they will still be required on the school bus under a federal mandate.
We're following developments overseas.com.
Coming up, organizers are getting boots on the ground to look for a South Carolina mother missing for nearly a month now. How you can help efforts right here at home.
The Live by Camera Network is...
Search efforts are ramping up this weekend to find a missing South Carolina mother. It's been nearly a month now since Alexis Ware was last seen about 2 hours north of us at a gas station up in Anderson. Her red Honda later found more than an hour south here in our area in McCormick County. Now search teams are going out this weekend to try to help find her. Here's News 12's Claire Allen with more on the hope to bring her home.
As the search for Alexis Ware intensifies, the family is asking for more investigating to be done.
We're looking for a life, and I want people to start taking this serious.
The South Carolina Black Activist Coalition is putting their feet on the ground and helping search for Alexis. The coalition says they feel police can do more.
It doesn't get the attention that it needs. I'm disgusted about the lack of effort that Anderson County is giving to this case, and I don't need to hear excuses because I know what they're capable of.
This is still an open case with Anderson County Sheriff's Office, but the family has led their own searches.
More can be done. More is not being done.
Now the coalition is headlining 5 volunteer search parties this weekend to get answers for her family.
The black community is tired, so we're kind of in a we'll just do it ourselves mindset. We feel if it wasn't a black queen, if it was someone else, I mean, it'd be 10,000 search parties.
Activists say the fight for justice is not over and are determined to bring Alexis home.
It's sad that, it's almost like we have to take a bullhorn when black people go missing, or people of color go missing. And we do have to challenge the discrepancy in that. 1 second matters in situations like this.
In Augusta, Claire Allen, on your side.
And if you want to help look for Alexis Ware this weekend, you can sign up online to join searches. So far, more than 80 people are committed to help look at searches all over South Carolina this weekend. And if you scroll down to the bottom of the page, the closest search to us is happening in Modoc. That's in McCormick County. Right here, you can see 4 of 35 slots filled. So a lot of availability if you'd like to get boots on the ground and help in this search. We have this link for you online, Wrdw.com. You can also find it on our app if you want to sign up. Just search Alexis Ware.
Well, it's on to Atlanta for Augusta City.
You're watching News 12 on your side.
Jane Doe has been injured.